Inside Drag Racing is brought to you by Granatelli Motorsports, the mass airflow sensor experts. By the 4th Annual Summertime Country Music Festival of the Masters Auto Expo, June 21st through the 23rd in Moorhead, Kentucky. And by United Specialties, home of the trendsetters.
The Performance Tip, professional tips on the latest performance technology available with NHRA Pro Stock champion Greg Anderson. Items featured on the Performance Tip are available from Summit Racing Equipment, the world speed shop.
Today's Summit Racing Equipment Performance Tip, we're going to center on the new Pro X line of Power Glide transmission at TCI. And Scott Miller from TCI is going to tell us some of the nuances and the new technology in this device. Tell me about it, Scott.
Well, what we've done is taken the old Power Glide from the 60s and early 70s and increased the horsepower capacity to where it'll handle 1,800, 2,000 plus horsepower by going with all aftermarket planetaries, drums, case, plump, everything from the input shaft to the output shaft is aftermarket. And they can be used in dragsters, like a top dragster application, outlaw applications for the 10.5-inch tire guys, ringless style input shafts, O-ring style aluminum pans, 10-clutch drums, setups, so you name it, straight cut gears, it's got it.
Sounds like an awesome piece, and I see it's an awesome looking piece with that new coating on it also.
Yes, it has our exclusive HDT coating that we use on our torque converters on it, which helps dissipate heat, and it gives it a nice look too.
Exciting new Power Glide, the Pro X line from TCI. For more information on this beast, check out the TCI website at the end of our show, or you can go to the Summit Racing catalog.
You know, if you're like me, you don't like the stock mufflers on your vehicles. But then again, when you're riding down the highway, you don't like that drone that comes in the cab. There's never been anything we could do about it. Either had to have one or the other. Not anymore. Over at Corsa, Jim Browning has come up with some new technology that is really exciting in the muffler world. Tell us about it, Jim.
Well, Don, what we do is we create by geometry, the condition to have a sound wave 180 degrees out of phase to the next pulse coming in. So when we have no restriction, we can take this noise, this low frequency sound out and eliminate that drone with no restriction. That's the essence of what Corsa Performance is about.
Now, is that going to make when we step down on the vehicle, is that going to make like a stock sound, or are we still going to be able to have a nice rumble out the back of the pipes?
Well, that's what's really neat about our thing is really your foot's the volume control. So when you light it up and start it up, you get the room, and then the more you put your foot in it, the louder the sound. But you expect that, and you're looking for that sound when you got your foot in it. But when you get out there and you're cruising 70 or 80 miles an hour like you guys do down in Florida, you can listen to your stereo and talk to your passenger in a car, and you're not going to hear anything. In a couple applications, people tell us we're actually quieter than what comes from the factory. An example, in the case of a new Mustang GT, that's the case. But if you listen to that, it's race car sound when you get into it.
I'll tell you, that's great. Sounds to me like you can have your cake and eat it too.
That brings to a close this edition of IDR. Join us next week. We'll come to you from the Museum of Drag Racing in Ocala, Florida, as we take a look at the history of our sport. For information on products featured on today's program, check out these websites. To obtain a copy of this program, log on to masterstv.com.